said this could make light if the batteries worked. Batteries make power, he says. Well, that would be useful. Can you imagine being able to see in the dark, even if there wasn't a moon shining? Well, we don't have any of these batteries, but I'll keep it anyway. And in here, he says there would have been cigarettes. Oh, things people smoke. I don't really understand. I mean, fire smoke, but how can people? So is it to attract somebody? No, so it's to repel somebody. Oh, I don't understand. And this, he said, is a make-up bag. Look, it's full of the strangest colours for the eyes and cheeks, and creams for the lips. I wonder what colours people choose for their eyes and what they put on their lips and cheeks. I'll have to ask Dad if everyone does it in all the countries, or if it's just some people. And men, like birds, do they put on these colours to attract their females? And that, he says, is a swimming costume for a woman to wear. Can you imagine wearing clothes in the sea? Why would you do that? But he says I'll have to do that, and many other strange things if I'm going to fit in anywhere. Oh, I don't understand. However much he explains things to me, particularly when he talks about all the manners I'm going to have to learn. Each place has its own customs and ways, he says. But really, are there really so many different ways people do things? For instance, the way people greet each other. Oh. I think I'll do this. But and the way people eat, he says, can even be different. I don't think I'll ever know how I should or shouldn't behave, and I don't think you do either. I think you all just make it up. But the thing I want to know most is when I meet a man that I like and I might want to get to know a bit better, well, how do I know if he likes me? Will he sing to me? Will he dance? How do you know when someone likes you?
The magnificent frigate bird. Their courtship is an extravagant affair. They inflate their red throat pouches into huge scarlet balloons as they try to lure down a female flying overhead.
The pigeon is one of our most widespread birds. It's easy to take such a familiar bird for granted. But look at them afresh, and their plumage is strikingly beautiful.
Magpies have always had this vast cashing in on the refuse that we throw away. Not enough, he increases the frequency of his calls as a female approaches.
Ship! 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 A ship! Ship! A ship!
It's too far away, it'll never see us.
Ship!
Now that is a cruise liner. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Just sailing around the world, jumping off whenever we wanted to visit this place or that.
Would it take us on board if it came close enough?
No, I doubt it. Well, not a couple of scruffs like us. Not without a ticket and a lot of money in our pockets. No. That is a pleasure ship for people who like to travel in luxury. Although the funny thing is, do you know what the richest people often say is the best thing that money can buy? Desert island. Just like this one we have here.
But they could have whatever they wanted on their desert island.
Yes, that is true. They could have villas and swimming pools and central heating, air conditioning, and comfortable beds. I must admit, some of those things wouldn't be at all bad. My luxury would be a bed.
And they could invite their friends and family to join them.
Yes, they could.
And best of all, they could leave their desert island whenever they wanted to, go back to their mainland whenever they wished.
Yes, well, they are the lucky ones who get to do pretty much whatever they want. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're happy.
Of course they are. They must be if they can do whatever they want. How can you not be happy if you have everything you need?
But if you have everything you need, then you don't really know what to want, and that can cause a lot of problems. You see, it's the need that quite often gives you a reason to achieve something. Although there are other philosophies which say that you should try and divest yourself of all your needs and desires, but you can't do that just by having everything. Yeah, it is surprisingly difficult working out how to be happy. There have been an enormous number of books on the subject, actually.
You know, you say you want me to be happy.
Yes, I do, very much.
And that's why we have to wait for the right ship to take us to the right place.
Yes, exactly.
Well, this perfect place, what would it be like?
Oh, I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect...
Show me. Show me with your magic.
All right. Well, the sort of place that I would ideally like you to live in would be full of happy, healthy people who greeted every day with a smile and always had the time to say hello and ask you how you are. Where people enjoyed their work and where they were well paid for it.
You get a raise!
Outstanding! Where everybody had enough to eat and everybody liked spending time together.
Cheers!
Where people enjoyed sharing their talents and gifts, like playing music and sport and singing and painting. Oh, go! Where everyone was equal and nobody thought they were more important than anyone else.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Excuse me.
And where people were kind and generous to other people if they were injured or hurt.
No! Oh, are you okay? Oh, that's very kind of you, very kind.
And where everyone valued knowledge and learning.
Very interesting. Look at that.
And where people knew how to tend for the earth and be kind to all its creatures.
How was that, Mr. Magpie? Do you enjoy that? This colour, I think.
What's that? Get off!
That's the sort of place.
Well, that sounds perfect. Where is it?
Well, that particular place?
Yes, this place that we're going to go when the right ship comes to take us there.
Well, I don't know. You asked me about a perfect place, not a real one.
So, why are we waiting to go somewhere that doesn't even exist?
I never said we were waiting to go to a perfect place.
Well, this right place there.
Well, it's a place that every parent wants for their child, where they'll never be hurt or disappointed.
Everyone feels hurt and disappointed. Surely that's what people feel since the moment they're born. The thing that disappoints me most is that I'll never get to go out there and meet all those amazing people because you don't want me to.
I do, Miranda. I do. Those are some interesting things you found. Quite a collection now, haven't you? I think my favourite thing that you found is this coat. Now, when that's dried out, it'll be very warm indeed, very useful. Well, the cruise liner might shed some treasures on the next tide. What do you think? Although they do just chuck their rubbish out usually, don't they? Well, should we do something? Would you like to read something together?
You should get on with your work, don't you think? I can occupy myself.
So that's what you're doing. Looking to the answers for all of your problems in the bottom of a barrel.
Leave me alone.
Please, don't do this.
Have I told you what happened to us? How we came to arrive here?
Oh, please, not that again.
How my brother deceived me.
Yes, I've heard it.
How I completely trusted him.
The old story.
I can't bear to see his face.
How you want your revenge.
Miranda thinks we were shipwrecked. An accident. Perhaps I should tell her. Perhaps it's time she knew. What do you think?
You can't protect her forever. And you can't keep putting her to sleep. If this goes on, she'll spend her life unconscious.
I was very well protected when I was her age. Even after my parents died, I was very well provided for. Very safe. And of course we had each other, my brother and I.
You're going to tell it again. Why do you bother?
We had a lot of people working for us. We had a chauffeur, a cook, a housekeeper. Our butler was called Gonzalo.
Is there anything I can do for you, sir?
No, thank you, Gonzalo. I think I'll just read, thank you. But if anyone wants me, I'll be in the library. I wanted to know about everything. I was particularly interested in the potential of the mind and the powers we might harness if only we knew how. My brother, on the other hand, was interested in making money. He liked spending it too.
Gonzalo, I'm having a party at the weekend. There'll be at least a dozen guests. We'll need the best champagne. Do you think you can manage it?
I'll try my best, sir.
And that was always his way. Endless parties, trips abroad, lots of girlfriends.
And he ran the business. He
Yes.
kept that going.
He liked that. He loved all the attention.
Would you like to join our board?
Have you thought of joining a political party?
I do hope you'll come to the company meeting tomorrow.
Hope you'll come to the dinner next week.
I'd be delighted.
And while you stayed in your library,
While I studied hard. I wasn't a complete recluse. I met other students. I met my wife. We got married and had a child.
but the labor was hard.
Too hard. I lost her so young.
I know you're down and all that, but I'm having some friends over at the weekend. You don't mind, do you?
You do what you like.
You should meet them. They're fun. It might help you forget about things.
I have my studies. What did I care about who was who and political stuff and parties and who was jostling for power?
You left him to it.
I did. He enjoyed it. It allowed me to get on with my own interests. It was all fine until he told me, thinking of selling everything and moving abroad.
We should sell everything and move away from here. We wouldn't have to pay those ridiculous taxes.
This is our home. This is where our parents lived, where my wife died and my child was born. Why would I want to leave? Where would we go?
Very well then. Let's take a holiday. But while we're away, I'd like you to consider selling. After you do, we both make a fortune and we can do what we like.
I've told you, I don't want to sell, and I have everything I need. But to keep him happy, I agreed to go on this holiday, and so we sailed off on a yacht, very happily, until my brother realised that I wasn't going to change my mind. And that's when he formed his plan to abandon us in the middle of the ocean. When he knew there was a terrible storm coming. At dead of night, he bundled Miranda and I into a leaky lifeboat.
But luckily, Gonzalo realized what was happening.
Let him have his precious books. Some food for the child. Water.
Why?
Why not? If they must drown, let them not hunger and thirst for it.
A decent man. We never knew how much he helped us. He saved us, in fact. Well, my brother must have told the world how sorry he was that we'd been lost.
Sadly, I must unfortunately tell you about the demise of my brother and my niece. Whilst we were away on holiday, a storm broke. My brother put his daughter into the life raft, but unfortunately when the storm ceased there was no sign of them. We searched everywhere, so we must presume that they were buried at sea.
But the storm brought you to this island, where you found me.
Miranda remembers only fragments. She was so young. How can I tell her that her own uncle, my brother, plotted to murder us both?
You could go back and confront your brother. Claim back your rights, your home.
No. Better to bring him here. If I had him here, then I could do whatever I liked. About that, he'd be completely at my mercy.
Then do something! What good does drinking do anything?
It helps. Eventually it'll help me forget. Just leave me alone.
And that's what you'll do to all of us. You caged Caliban, leave me trapped in this tree, even your precious daughter. Look what you're doing to her. Putting her to sleep every time she questions you. Is that how you plan to keep her silent?
I will never hurt Miranda.
You're hurting her now.
I am not! I'm protecting her from all the horrors out there. I'm saving her for a world that's full of murder and hate. Well, they will take advantage of her innocence and treat her like a piece of flesh. Whereas look at her. She's a wonder. She's perfection, and she's full of hope that the world is good and people are brave and honest. Do you really want me to let her face all that?
Release me and I will help you. I will find your brother. I will be your revenge. I must be freed.
You're awake. How are you awake?
I just dreamt about you. I dreamt about us. You were young, full of energy and passion, making up stories for me. And then suddenly you were gone. I ran and ran all over the island, and eventually I found you sitting on a rock looking out to sea. And you were so old. I was old too. You said you were waiting to die. And I begged you not to, because if you died, I'd be all alone. I'd have no one to talk to. I'd be as forlorn as Caliban when we first found him. What will I do when you die?
I have no wish to die, I promise.
But you will. And then I'll be helpless. Do you think it's time you taught me some of your magic?
What magic?
You've always said you'll teach me how to direct the birds, how to make them come alive in the stories. I thought if I could do that, then if you were gone, I wouldn't feel so alone, because at least I could make up worlds of my own.
Direct the birds.
Then I could tell you a story.
Yes. Why not? It's a very good idea. And if it'll make you happy, then so much the better. Now, come on. There's something you have to read.
What will she have us doing?
There'll be no peace now.
It's difficult enough with all of his stories.
Well, let's be about
Things she's seen on this island.
She might have us doing anything.
What would she turn me into?
what if she turns you into a werewolf?
What?
I might want to eat you.
Exactly. Well, if she turned me into a cat, I might want to eat you.
Oh, she's never even seen a cat.
But she might have imagined one or read about them.
A cat even more fierce and vicious than she's ever seen before.
All right. Well, we'll just have to make a promise then.
Not to eat each other.
Exactly. Exactly. And we'll just take whatever part we're given, just like actors do.
They can pick and choose, can't they?
Well, they can if they're famous, but not if they're ordinary.
Like even if we were actors.
Oh, exactly.
But you are if you stick round here, and she'll be back soon.
Back soon?
Oh, quiet now, everyone! She's coming!
So, you want to try it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to tell?
A story.
Sorry.
And I want you to watch. You're not allowed to join in. This has to be all mine. Not how you see it, only how I see it.
Right, fine. Miranda's story then.
There once was a garden in a soft and gentle country where the earth was fertile and an abundance of flowers were in bud. It was springtime and everything had come up after a long, cold winter. 2 swallows arrived and made their nest in the garden. And very soon, they had a little chick. They all enjoyed a wonderful summer in that garden. There was plenty of food, and lots of other birds had been born that year, and they all got on very well. But sadly, the mother bird suddenly became ill and died, and the father bird was left all alone with the little chick. The days grew colder, and soon it was autumn. The little swallow watched as all the other birds in the garden gathered, preparing themselves for a journey. "Where are you going?" she asked. "To Africa," the others replied. "Africa? Where's that?" "Don't you know?" said the others. "Hasn't your father told you? It takes us 6 weeks to get there. We travel through western France and eastern Spain into Morocco. Then we cross the Sahara Desert and the Congo rainforest. And eventually we reach South Africa, and stay in Namibia. Wow, that sounds so exciting, said the little swallow. Those places sound wonderful. We're not going. It's too far, said her father. It's too dangerous. You won't survive. I can't take the risk. So the other birds flew away, leaving the father and the little swallow in their nest in the garden. The months passed and the winds grew colder. And with the new year came the snow. And the snow settled in the garden for weeks. It was a long time before the sun shone again and everything melted. But when the spring came, the birds returned. They looked for their friends, the father and the daughter. But in the nest, all they found were fragments of bone. The father and the daughter had never left the garden, and in all that cold, they had frozen to death. And that's the end of my story. But it doesn't have to be the end of ours. I can help you. I can learn whatever you teach me. Tell me what you're trying to find, and we'll work together. Together we'll find a way to leave this place. Because we must leave. You know that, don't you? I don't care what happened before we left, what kind of family we have or we don't have, if we're poor or how hard we have to work. I don't want to be some princess living happily ever after. I just want to make a life with other people. And you. Yeah. I want you to be part of my life too.
Well, if we want to leave...
And we do.
Right. And we have to find the staff. It's a magical staff that Caliban's mother must have used to make her spells. Now, I have no idea what it looks like. It could be absolutely anywhere. It might have been buried or thrown into the sea, and it probably doesn't look any different from a stick. Sorry, I don't know how to recognise it.
Well, why do you have to find it?
There's a spirit on this island. And when I'm alone, the spirit and I, we communicate. Now, the spirit already helps me a little, but if I can find the staff and release the spirit, I can harness all his powers. And then I'll be able to see whatever people were on any ship passing the island. And then I'll be able to choose the right one. And with a combination of my magical art and the spirit's natural force, we could bring it to shore. I've been listening, looking for signs of that staff ever since we got here. But, well, there aren't any, and my books don't help.
And that's your excuse, is it?
What do you mean my excuse?
You have enough power already. You don't need to control everything by searching for this ship. Stop looking for this magical staff and help me build fires. Together, we could build an enormous fire that somebody on a ship would be bound to see, and then they'd come and rescue us.
And who is going to be interested in helping us? And where are we going to go?
I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Of course it matters. It matters a lot. There are wars out there and terrible things going on. We have to choose somewhere where we have a chance to survive. I don't agree it doesn't have to be perfect, but there's no point leaving if we don't know where we're going. Just give me some more time. Don't be angry with me. Just give me more time.
How much time? How much time? I'm never going to leave. his mother left him. And now he wants us to have it so we can free the spirit and go home.
He didn't hurt you.
No. He said he wanted me for himself, but he knows that I don't want to stay. He understands. But he said now he can't bear to hear my voice anymore, so he wants me to leave as soon as possible. And he wants you to set him free. He said that this island belongs to him and that you stole it from him. This is what you wanted, isn't it?
Yes.
The staff!
Well, isn't it wonderful?
He had it all this time.
You should have asked him. Asked him years ago.
I never thought that he, of all the creatures, would... He just gave it to you.
Yes, because he wants to be rid of you. Oh, I'm so happy. Like a burst. We're leaving. I'm going to see so many people, do so many things. But we must be ready. I have to have everything ready. And you must find that spirit and release it.
Well, we can't go this instant, you know. I mean, we're going to have to wait for a ship.
And you can choose which ship and bring it to our shore. It could come today or tomorrow, or there could be one there right now. Oh, I'm so excited!
Anything is possible now.
Yes. Anything.
You can release me!
Yeah, I can. I will. This is very fast. This is so sudden.
Release me and I will find your brother.
You will stay with me, though. You will help me.
Just as I promised. See what I will do for you. I will enter your best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to ride the curled clouds, to dive into fire. I will help you. I will stay until the task is done.
You hear that, Caliban? Not long now, and you will be king of your island again. And you, my delicate spirit, when this is all over, where will you go?
With the sky, with the currents of the sea, I will go everywhere.
Right, all right. What are we waiting for? But you will remember your promise. And remember your task! Ah!
Ship, ship.
Ship, ship.
Where?
Ship, ship.
It is a ship. It's a yacht. Ariel? Is it him? Ariel? Oh, Ariel, what a spirit you are. Have you found my brother's yacht?
Your brother's yacht with your brother on board. What shall I do? Tell me, what shall I do?
Oh, it is time for a reckoning, wouldn't you say? Give me 2 days, Ariel. Just 2 days of your service. You raise a tempest like my brother has never seen before. Terrify him. Throw him into the waves. But when the storm is over, you bring him, you bring his boat, you bring his whole crew here to our island. We can see what happens when he realizes I'm still alive.